Hellfire Commentaries, where we run jokes into the ground so hard, China heard them 2 weeks ago.
Wow, that was pretty good.
So, finally, we are back. I've had my dinner. Emeralds has done whatever the hell he did.
You say finally, it took us like 20 minutes.
Well, yeah. The chat was kind of covered in grues.
I think people feel drowned in that massacre.
So much hair gel. You have no idea.
My arm hair. I can't get it off of my arms.
Okay. We're actually, not quite ready to go in. I suppose there's one thing we have to do.
We did make a couple of the jokes ourselves. We're also guilty. Water, electric, and fire.
It doesn't really matter what they are, just more like the order is what matters.
I'm saying usually it's water, electric, grass. But I guess these are the three different types of energies. How do you know this answer? Eh?
It's the position that they're on the map. Say hello to the Lanyru Mining Facility.
Hi, Lanyru Mining Facility.
Very good, Emeralds. You can have a cookie.
Yay! What kind of cookie?
Pain.
Pain flavored, but you gave me that last week.
I love how you're just going along with this.
Yeah. And then you stopped the momentum. Thanks, Far.
I try.
Well, Phantom, you missed nothing. You went on lunch break. I'm still eating lunch. Dinner, even.
I was gonna say, it's a bit late for, lunch.
Really, what
Double
defines
kill.
lunch and dinner? I mean, you eat the same foods for lunch and dinner. I guess dinner tends to be the most filling meal of the day. But whatever.
The most important meal of the day. Serve it up, carries away. Wait, that's breakfast.
Nah, I'd beg to differ. Honestly, I feel like dinner is more important than breakfast.
I don't know, if I didn't have my cereal in the morning, I couldn't function.
Dude, if I didn't have dinner at night, I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd be getting up for like 30 midnight snacks. You know how we have brunch? Well, the abbreviation between breakfast and dinner is totally brunch. My bad. It's totally London.
I don't really get where you're going with that. Fuck. Ah.
Nice choice there.
Yep, I try. I fail sometimes, but yeah. Oh, now I see what you were doing with London. Also, hi, Tom.
Linner would totally work too.
Lanyru Mining Facility, yes.
Ashes, how do you function? You can hop on if you want, Tom.
If I were in Tom's position, I would be taking every break I could get after last night.
Yeah, but Tom's a crazy man. No one knows how he thinks. Only that he functions. And that's just the way we like it. Dunch. I like Dunch for the abbreviation.
For about... let's see... kindergarten till 8th grade, I had basically what amounted to a ham and cheese sandwich for lunch every day. Because that's what I took to school for lunch. Of course, not counting weekends.
Dude, I would have thrown up. I couldn't take up the same thing for lunch for that many years.
I guess for a bit of the time we had Lunchables instead, which was kind of different. And of course now I'm so fucking tired of ham and cheese sandwiches.
Do you remember those really shitty Lunchable Think Cosmic Brownies that they had? You
No.
heated them up and they were always cold on the inside.
No. I can't say I remember that.
I guess we're a generation apart then. Or something. Grilled cheese.
God, this music just kind of goes on forever.
Alright, I'm gonna add Tom in.
Alright.
Greetings.
What to do, comrades?
We have reached the mining facility.
Yes, I can see that spell.
I don't like this dungeon very much.
Do you not?
No. I'll be honest, I don't like a lot of the dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really stands out in a lot of them. Because you spend so much time focusing on the motion controls, there's kind of no room for anything else, is how it seems to me.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes you so far out of the game, I imagine.
Yeah. Like Tom said earlier, motion controls really ruin immersion.
Not particularly immersive, no.
We've got one person in the chat that loves the dungeon.
Actually, I kind of like the sand ship, but this one not so much.
Where was that bomb going, Spar?
I thought there was like a box that I needed to blow up, but I'm thinking of a later place. So just
Yes,
like,
you are.
okay. I was like, okay, I'll just get rid of the, bats then.
Why do you hate spin attacks, Spar? And God. They're good. Use them. Use all of the spin attacks.
Spin attacks and Spar don't get along too well.
Well, actually, no, I do like the spin attacks in this game. It's just, a lot of times I don't see a reason to use them.
Fine. Apart from my left hand being a bit tense, I'm fine.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, after playing I forgot you played on an actual capture card.
It would have. My hand would have been dead if it was an emulator.
Yeah.
Really? I feel like it'd be easier to use a controller. I guess, no, those are very touchscreen intensive games, what am I saying?
Yeah, the touchscreen is the thing for that one. Okay. I seem to be confused on where to go. I did not know that you could do a spin attack Skyward Strike.
Pretty boss.
Oh, of course, I got a key, so I gotta go back here. I just don't even pay attention to things sometimes.
You're not the only one, mate. So I'm angling my mic stick a bit down compared to how I usually do it. How's it sound?
Sounds just fine.
Yeah.
Cool. It's like closer to my mouth than usual, but whatever.
Yeah, you're, it's a bit louder than usual, which kind of balances it better.
Awesome. Okay, well, hey Volk, nice to see you. I assume we haven't had any donations since service.
No new donations yet.
Okay, folks, we're very close to 7,000, and once we hit that mark, not only will we have hit our second overall goal, the first one was 1,000, which we beat on the first day, thank you, Johnny, but I will also play freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Ruby Land, which is a Tingle-centric RPG adventure-ish game. It's very wacky, but it will also be a blind run, so guides, a go-go. If you want to donate, click the link underneath the stream window, then the button on the widget, enter the amount and a name you wish to, you know, reveal, dispense, whatever, and finalise stuff on PayPal. Are we taking any file name requests at the moment?
The stuff for Twilight Princess and Oracle has already been decided because of the previous things, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, I mean, you can make a file name for Tingle, but apparently you don't actually change the character's name.
Well, there you go. Well, that's not necessary then.
I guess I can climb up this. Honestly, I thought it was spikes. The other
Yeah,
I was thinking it was barbed wire or something, yeah.
Yeah. The incentives for this game, Emeralds, if you'll just tot up the total. 300 for the Hylian Shield, 400 for the, what was it, the check-in girl side quest?
Yeah.
Right now we got $219.84. We are close.
Yep, we just need another $81 and we will go get the Hylian Shield. And another 100 after that to complete that side quest. Twilight Princess will have a few cool side quests as well, so make sure you tune in on Monday for that as well.
It's gonna be good.
You barely move the nunchuck to do a shield bash, but you've got to really, really move the Wii remote to get a stab.
You've got to want it. And by want it, I mean will the Wii Motion Plus to do what you want.
Oh god. It's like, that's tough work.
Yeah. So please do it, no. Please? No, but this boss relies on stabs, I don't give a shit. I think I am.
I do what I want.
You get the same thing for the girl side quest you do for any of the others, just gratitude crystals. Mostly I put it on there just because it's actually kind of funny.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, you toy with someone's emotions in that one.
Yes, that's why it's funny.
I learn more about you every day, Spar.
Us humans.
Ain't I the worst?
Ain't it just stinky?
Yes. Your impressions are terrible, Emerald.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
You almost call me Spar, though.
Just a little bit.
Had the spur at the beginning. I've got the Spirit Tracks OST for this.
You didn't have enough of it yesterday?
Dude, I love the Spirit Tracks OST.
I love Xenoblade, but I can't listen to it forever.
Lightweight.
Shots
Nice job.
fired.
Nice job running into that spike ball.
Yes, well,
Yes, Far.
I don't really have anything to say to that.
Well, let's talk about how Emerald hates Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, I was hoping that wouldn't be brought up.
This is why you never let me in the call.
I will defend my hatred of Chrono Trigger. I will.
Yes. Most people who don't know what they're talking about usually do.
Shots fired.
Dude, that's like
You know what else,
cannons
though?
fired.
People who have opinions also stand by their opinions.
Wrong opinions, maybe.
There's no such thing, Tom, and you know it.
An opinion is based on fact, and therefore an opinion can be wrong. I'm just busting your balls, don't mind me.
I've got a phone call. Legitimately. Wow.
Yeah, you run away. You run away from the truth. Oh, I guess he really did have a phone call, never mind.
So, opinions on the mining facility?
It's a little bit boring. I kind of prefer the sand ship.
Yeah. I kind of like the gust bellows if not, you know, for being situational.
Mm-hmm.
The music drones on forever, as you said previously.
It does.
And, of course, the color scheme, you know, brown and beige everywhere.
Okay.
Digi's gonna need a commentator on Monday.
I'm afraid I'm gonna be going back to school, so...
Yeah.
So weird that some people go back before, like, September 10th, because that's what I'm used to.
I went back, start of last week, actually. But, either way. So we can now add Luigi's Mansion onto the list of crossovers here.
Yeah.
There's even little dust piles on the ground for you to dust up for no reason.
Or, you know, just the gust jar from Minish Cap.
Pretty much.
Well...
That one sucked and blowed. This one just blows.
For a second I thought you were talking about quality.
Or your opinions of Chrono Trigger.
He's not gonna let you live that down.
I know. It's fine.
So what are your favourite RPGs, Emerald, just so I can gauge your quality of opinions?
Oh, let's see.
That should be good.
Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic, The Elder Scrolls: Morrowind, Fallout 3.
Okay, lots of Western RPGs so far.
Yeah. Let me open up Steam actually, real quick.
Well, look at it this way, Tom. He hasn't played KH1 or 2.
Yeah, but I've played all the mobile games.
Birth by Sleep?
I take it back. All the mobile games but one.
Dream Drop Distance?
Yeah, I wound up buying that
okay.
game twice.
Okay.
I threw it on Critical after all.
look at this guy on critical mode.
Was it worth it? No.
Okay, continue.
I'm loading up my library. Fable.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a strategy game, that doesn't count.
All
Looking over
versions,
like
all versions
Skies of Arcadia.
Okay.
Skies of Arcadia, yeah.
A couple Pokemon games here and there, of course. Fire Emblem. Wait, no, strategy. My bad. That's all that's coming to mind right now. Are these games okay with you, Mr. Tom?
I couldn't really give a shit, personally.
Now that I've said I don't like Chrono Trigger, nothing that I say matters to you.
No.
Alright. Why do you like Chrono Trigger?
Because it's fun. Yeah, and to give you an actual reason, like the characters, like the music, combat's decent, it's serviceable, if not particularly deep. The story's decent. If I said that, I apologise, I don't give a shit, whatever.
We have very conflicting
I was about to
opinions.
say, you kind of listed all the reasons that Emerald's listed for hating the game.
Did I? That's odd.
I'm the polar opposite of a lot of people, as far as
Yes,
opinions
you
go.
are. You should probably look into that.
I think it means I'm correct and everyone else is wrong, actually.
That's not how logic works, just so you know.
Do I physically have a list of crossovers? No. I don't know, we brought in a fair few things, though. Wow, that doesn't seem annoying in the slightest. A wind-based gimmick like this.
Eh.
Controlled by motion controls.
Eh. It's not something you have to be especially precise for, so it works pretty well, actually.
Are you trying to say Spa?
This is one of the few points where Skyward Sword motion controls work.
Grumble, grumble, they never say things I agree with. Grumble, grumble, the American soundtrack is better. Grumble, grumble.
Secretly, Tom just wants everyone in HFC to be copies of him.
The true Organization 13.
All of this was decided.
Oh boy.
My 13 cells would gather here on this day to complain about Skyward Sword.
And
The
Lynch
swimming controls are
for not liking Chrono Trigger.
The swimming controls were shit.
Yes.
Why is it a prequel and yet there's still stuff in the past? Etc, etc.
It's so they can work in a prequel to the prequel.
The prequel, that's probably non-canon in a Hyrule Historia, was pretty good. Yeah, Spar's already half Phantom.
That's crazy!
Well, thanks for throwing all the rupees to oblivion.
Ah, fuck you! I may join Digi for a Twilight Princess if no one else is available.
I think the mark of Entom is liking Xenoblade a lot. And having played through Metal Gear Rising at least once.
That's called the mark of quality, my friend.
Are you trying to say I'm not quality?
I don't actually know what I'm trying to say.
Nah.
That's the mark of Anton.
As far as Monday goes, I got out of class at 1, so I'll be back here like around 2 Eastern. If Digi can afford to start a bit late, I can be on Twilight Princess at least for you know, a good while of the afternoon.
Spot, you know how chill that opening is. Do you really want to send people to sleep?
Trying to say something about me, Tom?
No, I'm trying to say I enjoy your voice, but it is very chill-inducing. That intro is boring. No, Valk, because that would imply you know how to read a guide. I'm fucking salty tonight. What's wrong with me?
I was about to say, there's so many shots fired. Duh. God damn it. Why am I suddenly fired?
Chrono Trigger.
I'll just sit over here with my opinion. I'll sit in the opinion corner.
I'll give you this much. All the Chrono Trigger characters on Salty Bet suck.
There's Chrono Trigger characters on Salty Bet?
Yeah. Although, actually, no, apparently Frog is pretty good, but I haven't seen Frog. Chrono and Loco both kind of suck.
You know, the reason they probably suck is because they
You
never
fuck
had any
off.
challenges in the actual game.
You fuck right off.
And look at me, I'm Emeralds, I have opinions.
That
Yeah,
is an accurate impression.
When you have actually made art, you come back and critique art, okay, you fucking art?
Man. I've played through a game based on the world of art. Is that alright,
What is
Mr. Cage?
No, I want to know what this game is.
Eve?
I don't know what that is.
It's an indie game.
It's an indie suspense sort of game.
Indies, puh, I spit on them, the pretentious swines.
But, Mr. Cage, didn't you put directed by David Cage on the opening of your game?
I am an independent developer, I deserve a bit of credit, thank you.
If you say so, Mr. Cage.
Damn right. No, just stop talking now, your opinion is shit.
I'm not one to doubt art.
That's right.
By the way, someone was asking about differences in the versions of Chrono Trigger.
They're
Obviously,
both shit.
both, implying there's only two.
Wait, really?
SNES,
Well, there's-
PS1, and DS.
There's the version that Emeralds has experienced, and then there's the version that actually exists in reality.
But the PS1 and DS versions have kind of added cutscenes in anime style. They're pretty cool. And better translations, at least for the DS version.
When is the next part of Digital? Next month. I'm going to try and start commentaries back up then. It's been a busy month, busier than I expected, really.
The anime cutscenes were nice. The style kind of tripped me up, but yeah.
That makes me want to ask, which version did you play?
The DS version.
Oh, okay.
You mean the best version?
It's still pretty bad.
Have you ever considered the possibility that you were a massive, massive pleb?
No, Mr. Cage, I have not considered this.
I don't even have to use my actual voice to berate you. This is kind of sad.
And he just runs with it, too.
I can't really think of good retorts. I don't have an impression to use.
Can't really think of good critiques either, but I'm Tish.
I have valid reasons for not liking those games.
Sure you do.
Just like you have valid art, right?
You mean that parody of a guy? That's not me, mate.
Fine.
That's a dead end.
This is the wrong way.
This is the wrong opinion.
Links aren't allowed, Lord Souls. That's why links are deleted links.
Hey, J Rosie, that video got me a fucking A, okay? That's the only A I have ever experienced in my life, apart from like one random math test, which was absurdly easy even for me.
David Cage plus Mound Shroud equals Anton.
Hey,
Where
don't
does-
forget about me.
I was about to say, where does crew fit in?
Not the door, I'll tell you that much.
Oh.
See, this is me after I get rest. Me during Spirit Tracks is not good at Tom. Eddie the Ice, it's only the feel-good family film of the year. There's this drug dealer who misplaces his bag of cocaine, when actually it's a bag of sugar that just has the word cocaine written on it. And this guy gets the cocaine, Eddie finds him, he kills him, and I very nearly transitioned to David Cage there. But yeah, that was my AS Media Studies project, like coursework. And, you know, then I just basically got kicked out of college for too many absences, but there you go.
Huh.
Wait, no, that was A2 year.
Well, either way, that's a bit of a shame.
Well, I was like so overweight at that point. It was just like, it was literally a struggle to get up and go out. It was not nice. That's why I got on the Wii Fit, to be honest.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Thank you. I'll take that genuine sympathy and give you a little bit of slack in regards to your opinions. So now you're reconsidering it.
Yeah, I'm okay with this, sure.
I'm having the biggest feeling of deja vu right now. Like, we've been hearing this exact situation, saying these exact words.
I get that a
can't
lot.
recall anything like that.
I mean, I don't recall like us ever doing this, but I do have situations like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about a bad game that involves time travel, so maybe there's a relation there.
How could you find this Eddie the Ice video? Apparently you can dash while crawling.
Oh, so you can. I keep forgetting about that.
Sure, Mumph, do whatever you want.
What's he doing now?
He's linking up Eddie the Ice.
Oh, cool.
That's me when I was like 16, 17 though.
Yeah, I remember seeing it when you streamed it.
During the Entomathon.
Yep.
How old are you now, if you feel like saying?
24.
It's a year older than me.
Still no new donation.
Well, we are essentially just vacuuming a temple right now.
Not exactly donation worthy.
This place is so dirty. It's like it's been left here for thousands of years.
Oh, even H-Ball is serving it up.
H4 is the group, that's Month.
Well, just going by the screen name.
Yeah.
It's like when people come in and say, hey Hellfire.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
Fair play to them, because they're probably like based mostly on Twitch and don't actually know about HFC.
Right. It's understandable. It only takes, one explanation, so.
I'm Sam.
Hellfire Schmucks.
Fanboys Productions.
Oh.
Oh shit. Get a bit nostalgic now.
Isn't that just brain scratch comps?
I ain't saying nothing.
Just a joke.
He can't afford to.
Yeah.
Since they have more subs than HFC.
Yeah. I feel like I should actually get around to watching their videos, but I just can't be asked. Then again, I can't really be asked to watch my videos after I've edited them and chucked them online.
Spend enough time on them as is.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem since, you know, no commentary with mine.
Yes.
I have to deal with listening to myself.
Yeah.
Or Sky and FTA in the same call.
Those two should really just get a room. I haven't actually started Dream Team yet.
You've had it rented basically since the start of the marathon, right?
No, I don't have it in my possession.
Oh, I thought you had already got it from your rental.
I have Infinite and Vice City right now.
Ah, okay. So you still have those.
Yeah.
Have you not finished Vice City on stream yet?
No, I haven't. I also kind of want to record Bioshock for the non-com channel before I send it back.
Alright.
It's not really that hard.
If I'm correct, it was Tom and Helldragon were the original founders, right? Developer comms?
Yep.
Do you ever wish you could change the name?
Not really.
Yeah.
Helldragon a while back said he was interested in trying to get a new screen name, but knew that if he did, then everyone would complain and wonder who it was.
Exactly. I told him that there's no point. Like, who gives a shit? It's your name.
I tried a new screen name for a while, and that just didn't really happen.
Well, I don't know, Mum. I rolled in that video as I think it was to be one of the guys. Actually, yeah, I found the cocaine, and then there was my mate who got killed by Eddie. I don't know what happened to me. That plot line was left unresolved.
Oh, that didn't work like expected.
I can tell you one thing about that video, though. I'm the one who does the tracking shot at the end. But that was one of my only contributions to that. Like, in terms of filming and whatnot. Well, usually if it was like not me on screen, I would be like filming it, so. Well, I didn't do the video editing part of it, I can tell you that. Man, that BMOS is really determined.
Yeah.
And BMOS are pretty cool in this game.
I like them here better than Wind Waker.
Ugh.
Especially the pink or purple ones or whatever they are. Whichever ones, they're basically invincible.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a box in the way there.
Yeah, the sequel to Eddie the Ice is actually coming next spring. It's just Eddie the Water.
Sorry about that, someone came in. Anything important happen?
Not really.
Took out some BMOS, that was about it.
Cool. Since I think everyone's answered this question a lot, what is your favorite and least favorite game, Tom?
I don't like these questions.
Based
This
on
is
personal preference, not quality necessarily.
No, there's just too many factors to work with there. Sets my OCD off something first.
Alright.
Okay, so another question then. What game do you enjoy going back to most?
Going back to it, let's see. Banjo-Kazooie is one. The Spyro games, obviously.
Yeah.
Anything you see streamed a lot would be the answer to that.
So, Spyro.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite game so far from the Zeldathon?
Or favourite playthrough?
Yeah.
Wind Waker was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, you can. My voice hasn't changed that much. What? Yes. What's our daily total so far?
So far, it is $219.84.
We still need $81, folks, if you want to get that Hylian shield.
I'd really like to have the Hylian shield.
He would really like to have the Hylian shield.
It's really helpful for the end of the game.
Fun fact, Spar would really like the Hylian Shield.
It's true.
Shocking, really.
Like, it helps against those final bosses so much.
Just because it doesn't break, or...
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, that's it.
Well...
No, we made it an incentive, like, just before the marathon started.
Yeah, I was originally going to get the shield no matter what and do the entire boss rush as an incentive, but didn't want to have to spend hours and hours trying to do that and stuff. Also, figured it would be very late at night, and the less complicated stuff I have to do, the better.
What, you'd be like, take them all on?
Yeah. That
Dark Link was not nearly as hard as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I was like, reading up on the guide, and I was like, he doesn't sound that bad.
It's like, he didn't do the spin attack. The only real problem was the bombs, because you get so little time between him bringing the bomb out and throwing it at you.
Hey, bombs. Need to go get that bomb bag upgraded.
I believe you're near the boss now?
There's not much left. Honestly, I didn't even need to do that.
Yeah. The boss key is in this room, and then you take it back to the previous one.
What is your favorite Zelda game?
Yeah, your top 5. Majora's Mask, Link's Awakening, probably DX at this point. Spirit Tracks, Wind Waker, and Seasons.
Alright.
I've only completed 3 of them, so...
How dare you?
In order of how much I enjoyed them, Wind Waker, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess? I'll tell you all day long Twilight Princess is a better game, I just don't enjoy playing it as much.
I like Majora's Mask a lot more than Ocarina of Time thematically, but I find myself going back to Ocarina of Time a lot more than I do Majora's Mask.
And it's got a easier, what's the word? Usability, I guess.
Accessibility?
That's the one.
It requires a lot more dedication to sit down in Majora's Mask, I think.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you really need to do everything you can in that 3D cycle.
Yeah, if you're like really, really bored, play Majora's Mask, it gives you a ton of shit to do.
Alright, it doesn't matter which one of these I bomb first, it matters on the switches behind them. Yes, thank you game, I don't need a cutscene every time I knock one of those down.
But Spar, how else would you know that a switch has been revealed?
It's literally right in front of him.
No, Taki, I played it till 10 AM, thank you very much.
I'm just waiting until I accidentally fall off this platform.
And then we'll all point and laugh.
And then I'll get fucked over by the beamless.
And then we'll all point and laugh.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Lord, you can't do that.
I don't know why I didn't think of doing this myself.
Rather than going back and forth.
Yeah. Goodbye, Valk. Don't get lost on your way to bed.
Fucking salty, Tom.
I know, right? Which is funny because I have the lobby music of the Tower of Spirits, which is like chill as all hell.
Remember, step 1, lay down. Step 2, close eyes.
Okay. Do you talk in anything other than memes?
That wasn't a meme?
Sounds very close to step 1, lay down, step 2, try not to cry, step 3, cry a lot.
No, just joining in on the joke against Valk.
How dare you? That was my joke.
I'll stay away from it then.
Okay. I'll file a restraining order.
You may laugh at the Tom's jokes, but you may not join them.
Yes. Stay perfectly still. Only I may laugh. Okay, I just heard the item get theme through my headphones from Spar's version of events. It's bucking that crap out of me now.
I like how the boss door keys are more than just keys. They're kind of their own puzzle.
Would have preferred keys, not friggin' Professor Layton tech demo things to make use of the Motion Plus.
But Tom, how else will you know it's a game built on the Wii?
The graphics.
Shots fired.
Just saying. Just saying. Shot fired and reflected. It's alright, Taki. That was a pretty fun side quest, actually. Not bad, Sergeant, not bad.
Oh, auto jump.
Nice job.
Yep.
I'd give that about a 6 out of 10 on that jump.
About the same as Chrono Trigger.
Well, this is going
Yeah,
well.
actually.
Nice job, Spa. Nice job.
You are just not winning today.
No, I'm not. I don't think I can actually come back out through this door. I don't believe I can. Wait, no, no. No, there's another door I'm supposed to go out of. I remember now. Wait, that was pointless. Okay, I was kind of expecting my stamina to come back a little bit.
Huh. That's interesting.
I'm not sure what you do when you ran over there, really, but
Well, I've basically got to go through the room again because this wasn't the door I was supposed to go out of.
Yes, we know about the bots. Let us handle them, please. Or just ignore them.
Ah,
that's the better option altogether.
that's a good point. I could just go up the ladder that's over here. Thank you for pointing that out.
Enjoy.
I don't normally have this problem, so I wasn't thinking of that.
I could say something, but that's reserved for emeralds.
I never paid attention that there was text over there. Not sure if Japanese.
Probably Highland.
I am taking a Japanese class right now, so give me a couple weeks and I might be able to understand that. Or, you know, I could be failing the class immensely.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say something about me, by the way?
No, he gets us to come fuck.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I see where I need to go now. Oh, auto jump. Why you do this?
Oh, whoa. Okay, 2 no donations in. We've got a $90 donation from IDevM, Badai,
Thank you very much.
and a $20 donation from Hylian Shield U.
Well, there we go. Add them up, please.
Got a comment from Hylian. Hey, I'll let you have myself shield.
Okay.
Alright.
Sure.
That's over $100 right now, so you're gonna be getting that Hylian shield.
Yay, that makes the end of the game so much better.
And our total is?
That would be $329.84.
Nice, that's just 70 away from the other incentive. Thank you very much, people. We are now at 97% of our goal overall.
Why am I still getting slingshot ammo?
Game hates you.
Well, so far I've had a grand total of 2 classes for Japanese, so I really can't say much about it.
I think Snake is preparing some kind of Cthulhu-like summoning ritual.
There's a lot of symbols in there that we haven't got to, just because, you know, Japanese has like 7 different alphabets. Okay, actually, there's like 3, but sure.
Save.
Yep.
Good. Praise be to Toucan Sam. Why is that bird there? That type of bird never appears in game.
A bird with a jewel for its head?
Pretty much.
I think the wings are more like the Hylian symbol.
Well, that's where the Hylian symbol comes from, mate. The loft wings.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'm saying I don't think that's a bird.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. We are $210 away from goal.
No shit, fee counter +1.
What even is the counter at?
Who knows?
Someone get up and keeping track.
Oh, that's pretty good, fresh out.
What? I must read this. I can't see it.
I like it.
I find that
Okay.
highly unlikely.
You must have the patience of a saint then, 759. Like, sure.
Like, normally I don't find fee so bad, but what just happened is one of the worst things.
The Beal is probably the worst thing in the game, because it gives you it does the traditional Zelda thing of you get an item, here is the item, you have found the item, and then it tells you how to use the item. But then Fire comes out again and tells you you found an item, and how to use the item, and there's no point. If there was an option to turn her off for such events, wouldn't have a problem.
That part that just happened was specifically bad because it's basically you come up to the boss door and Fee's like, this is a boss door, it probably hides something important. Like, nah, shit. Camera vision looks a bit wonky there.
Yep. This boss was so intimidating the first time I fought him.
And he's like not even a mini boss later.
Yeah. Yeah, this boss in the original trailer was in Farron Woods.
Since when does Nintendo make sense?
Sure.
Done.
Nice. That was, what, not even 2 minutes?
Yeah, really.
Like, did you perfect that?
Yes.
Not that I'm really surprised.
It's such an easy fight. Yeah, it's a boss, and yet it appears later kind of as a random enemy.
Yep. They could have, like, just created another monster that was trapped under that sand, but no. Let's just reuse this.
And that's 10 hearts.
Nice.
Alright, we still have to actually go through another room. I don't really understand why this is here.
Just to look fancy. What I don't get about Skyward Sword is there's this little like texture overlay on everything, which makes it look all hazy and fuzzy and not really that nice. I've seen mods that have taken it off and it looks decent.
Well, we have to do something to make this cart ride interesting.
What's the spinner inside that car? What's going on? All praise to the green plaid spinning one. Glory to his spins. Yeah, guys, why did you run out like right now? Come on. You know, Girahim, you could just teleport behind the barrier, maybe.
But this looks more suspenseful and cool.
At the very least, to the side of the barrier. You know?
Okay, this bit's really jarring. You got an item in the middle of a cutscene.
Link just looks so happy to have that item.
Also, here's the real problem with the characters not being voiced. Because there'll be like actions where a lot of stuff's going on and it's uninterrupted, then they'll stop so a text box has to scroll.
Like right now.
And it just looks so bad. What you could do to get around this is have them speak like Midna did in Twilight Princess and have subtitles instead. Boom, problem solved. They don't talk like actual words and you still have the text.
Well, everyone wants Am I Late?
Damn, that was a lot of answers.
Hey!
It's kind of the obvious choice, though.
Link probably thought he was so fucking cool. Dude, you must go now! This isn't goodbye, dude! I promise!
Wait, dude! Going on a righteous journey of my own!
Whoa! It's like I just friggin' went through a portal. Now you've done it, dude!
I'm now noticing that the sword Girahim has right now is not the one that he summons in his boss fight.
Yeah.
Because that one has a,
Yeah, you're right, that is.
it has a handle guard and a curved blade.
I love the joke in Matthew Matos's review for this bit. I could have got you last time, and I should have got you this time, but I'll get you next time.
Yes, I would rather like to save, thank you.